What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video. We had a crazy day that started off very slow. I was like, okay, maybe I'll not make a video. There's not a lot going on. But then it just exploded in excitement, just like Phil on May 1st. But first, I found this tweet here. So remember, when Phil always said, YouTube is book smart, not street smart. Back in the day, he found a bug on YouTube, site-wide, that would break everything. They refused to acknowledge it, said he was wrong, then fixed it later on and never acknowledged it. I might have found what he's talking about. So on June 11th, 2014, DSP put this out. New YouTube bug. You can no longer copy-paste tags anywhere. You need to manually type out every single word for multiple vids. Delightful. So that was a big breaking thing for the whole site, is that you had to manually type in your tags instead of copy or paste. What a jackass. Then I like P Sharky here. Now maybe we won't get 400 2-minute Street Fighter clips daily. She'll put all those into 10-minute segmented videos or more. See Phil, even back in 2014, they were telling you to do this and you did not listen. Why don't you listen to me? And then this is a throwback from Slow Beef, where DSP was complaining about Rockstar, and at the time he was at Curse, not Machinima, and Curse was not counter-claiming the claims that are on his videos, and Slow Beef said, "You should be doing it, Phil, not Curse." And what was DSP's response to this? Yeah, Slow Beef is a retard. I already filed the counterclaims, only writing Curse because they could drop me for copyright strikes. Moron. Then we also have this tweet where someone confronted DSP about his extreme workouts. You have Eeler. I used to work out to the extreme. LOL, DSP, you're a pathological liar. You've always been a fat couch potato. And look at that. Look at those man boobs right there. And then DSP responds with, I said in the early 2000s, you are a retard. And how did DSP start off the pre-stream? By jiggling his boobies. That is right. This is from Detractor Beam, who shows off a video of how nervous and how shaky DSP was this morning.
Jiggly boobies.
Then DSP said, with playthroughs ending soon, he needs something new to play. And his idea was to go back to other games that he either dropped or never played. And one of the games that was brought up was Final Fantasy. And he now tries to retcon it, saying that his audience yelled at him to end it, to stop playing the game. Which is definitely not true. You just didn't make the money you wanted. And DSP for some reason has it in his mind, and that is the audience responsibility to entertain the streamer, which is the reverse. So in Phil's mind, you have to entertain him, plus you have to give him money. Make that make sense, Phil.
So I'm sorry, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth suffers the same fate as many other RPGs earlier this year. Too many of the same fucking thing in an incredibly short period of time. It's a victim of RPG overload. If these companies want people to care about their games, they need to actually have some fucking awareness around them. That everyone is releasing their similar type of game within the same time period. Within a 3-month period, no exaggeration, there was something like 8 lengthy RPGs released. No one has time for that shit, and no one's going to want to see that many in that short period of time. That's 100% blame on the publishers. They had no excuse. Why aren't the games coming out now? In a summer that's dead. No, push them all out in fucking January, February, and March, and then they all cut into each other.
Of course, a couple of the reasons here is that games don't traditionally sell well in the summertime. There's some exceptions, but usually they don't because it's right before the Christmas season, so people getting ready, buying them for the holidays. And as far as January, February, March, it's because it's the first quarter of the year and they're trying to make their quarterly budgets. But of course, what do I know? I'm not a big brain with a business degree like Phil. And then we have this from Rent and Liar. Despite countless hours of clips showing him begging for tips from his audience, DSP claims he isn't money motivated. He believes this is morally correct than taking sponsorships from large corporations. And then DSP went on a rant about Toby Turner and other YouTubers putting ads on his videos, saying it's competition. And he went on to say, YouTubers' ads on his videos are morally wrong because he was raised Roman Catholic. It's funny how you use that as a shield, but you're not practicing Roman Catholic, Phil. Then he went on to say, he had lots of opportunities, including being on a reality show, but turned it down because he didn't want to get big and was happy staying the same. When you accept opportunities, it changes you. And then this is going to get into something we're going to talk about later on in the video, but Phil basically likes to coast in life. He doesn't like the fact that he has put in more effort to grow. He thinks he can do the exact same thing and get more fans, more viewers, more money, which is not right at all. It tells you his mental state as well. And then the topic of Mike Klum came up, and DSP says he doesn't want to work with Mike Klum because he doesn't want to be associated with a PDF like EDP 445. However, he is associated with DERICH though. Then, are you ready for another rant? Earlier this year, it was King Be Cruel with his spoon. Now, BITWawesome, the guy who goes around, romance Catherine, romance Jenna, romance Rambo. You know, that guy that makes that comments? Well, apparently, Phil's had enough of him. And then BITWawesome puts this comment in his chat. Catherine will get jealous of Princess Peach. Of course, Phil was talking about playing the Princess Peach game. And this set Phil off like I've never seen before, at least since the King Be Cruel rant.
Sorry, but I have to do something here publicly today. BITWawesome, listen, you're a longtime viewer, and you comment on a lot of videos, and you actually are a very positive part of certain streams. But you also say the weirdest fucking shit, and particularly you say a lot about my wife, and I've had enough. You have to fucking stop right now. I'm saying it now publicly in front of everyone here, and now, of course, this will be clipped and go viral. You are a weirdo when it comes to talking about my fucking wife. No one wants to see you on every video say romance Catherine, like a weirdo. No one wants to see you say something in the chat like Catherine will get jealous of Princess Peach. You're fucked in the head, dude. My wife isn't like that. She doesn't know who you are or what the fuck you're talking about. You have to shut the fuck up about my wife. You're obviously obsessed with her, and you need to stop. He says, I'll just make more accounts, and I will ban every one of them. I don't care. You can make 5,000 accounts. I'll ban 5,001. If you don't behave, I'm going to fucking remove you. You're creepy, dude. And it's weird because sometimes you're actually very positive when it comes to certain playthroughs. And then other times, you're the biggest fucking creep. You have to understand there's a line that's drawn, and you're crossing the line when you're talking about my wife. So I'm going to publicly say it now. Shut the fuck up about my wife. If you put her name in your mouth again, I'm going to permanently ban you every fucking time I see you on site. Period. So shut up. This guy is fucking weird as shit. How about this? How about you publicly apologize right now for your behavior, and then we can say, this is water under the bridge. I admit I've been really creepy and weird for years. This is now water under the bridge, and we'll just move on positively. But if you're going to continue the awful behavior, I'm going to fucking remove you. And I have to do this publicly because people see this every day on my streams. They see it every day in my video comments, and they look at it, they say, what the fuck? You guys don't even know. This guy leaves endless amounts of comments on my videos that I delete. Gross shit about my wife. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying, you fucking weirdo? How do you not understand that's crossing the line? I don't get it. How do you not know that?
It's funny because everything he said there could be applied to DERICH, even though he's trying to distance himself from DERICH now and actually mocking DERICH and making fun of DERICH, which we will get to later on. This is all PR for when June the King comes out with his documentary. Because if you notice, he's going after Kirk, DERICH, BITWawesome, all these people that are weirdos. Because he's doing damage control before the documentary comes out. But it's too late, Phil. You have 15 years of your weirdos out there, all on video. You can't sweep this under the rug, Phil. And next up, we have Meow Blocked. DSP isn't popular enough for people to like him for him.
What you're mentioning is completely false. Abella says, I don't think there was RPG burnout. People were engaged with other streamers when they played games like Persona and Final Fantasy VII like Maximilian Dude. No, people were engaged with Maximilian Dude because he's popular. He could take a shit live on stream and people would like it and give him money because he's Maximilian Dude. He's hit that level of internet popularity that people like him for who he is. So it doesn't matter what he does, they're gonna watch him play shit. For me, I don't have that level of popularity. Sorry, you know?
And well, DSP is partially true here, that if the streamer has a personality and charisma, people will watch him play anything. Look at Markiplier. Now, personally, I don't like some of his stuff, but he is a very charismatic person. He made Power Wash Simulator and like Lawn Mowing Simulator pretty excited. The fact that the games will bring the people there, Phil, but it's up to you, the streamer, to keep them there and keep them coming back. Then I absolutely love these AI chat summaries. Viewers in the chat are participating in a bit where they beg the streamer for money and are making fun of a streamer named DSP, Digital Screaming Primate. I'm using that going forward. Digital Screaming Primate. Then we have a quote from DSP here. I'm trying to uncrooked it. That is DSP trying to fix his camera. Big Brain Burnell. And then DSP talked about uploading more of his older content on the throwback, and he said he wants to start uploading his videos from Blimp TV, and we all know which video we all want to see on there. Of course, there will be edits to it. He's gonna modernize it, and all I can say is turn on the ovens. Then DSP, the guy who stays away from drama, doesn't want to be a part of it, doesn't want to talk about it. He said he didn't want to talk about the boogie stuff. Well, guess what, guys? He's talking about the boogie stuff. And you'll never believe this. A lion scammer doesn't care if another lion scammer fakes cancer.
I don't know if Boogie lied about cancer. I don't care. Would you like me to officially say something about it? So about a year and a half ago, I think it was, Boogie announced on social media and then on his YouTube page that he had some kind of a rare blood cancer and that basically it was going to take years, but he probably would die from it. And actually, when that happened, I heard about it. And I personally, this is before we had any grudge or beef between us or anything. And I actually reached out to him via a DM on Twitter. And I said, I'm sorry to hear about this. I wish you the best. I know you'll get through it. You know, you got my support, basically. I wanted to be nice to the guy. When someone's going through something like that, just to hear someone say something like that can actually be very helpful, right? And at the time, he was nice. He came back to me and we had like a very little short conversation about stuff. And at that point, because again, this was before any of the drama with Keemstar or anything like that, he said to me he wanted to have me on one of his shows. Like he'd always wanted to interview me and make some content along with me. And I said, I would consider it. Sure, I would consider being on your show. Let's talk. Maybe we'll have some details about talking about it. But again, this was years ago. This was, you know, about a year and a half. Probably like fall of 2022, something like that is when that happened. Whenever he made the announcement, that's when this conversation took place. Okay? And now you guys have known, you know, what else has happened since then. But the drama with Keemstar, the drama with, oh, he wants to do a podcast with me. He reaches out to me to say he wants to do a podcast with me. Then he backs out of the podcast and blames me for not wanting to be on a show with Keemstar, and then uses the show to make multiple episodes about me in a negative way. I literally haven't done anything negative about Boogie whatsoever. So I don't know why he would do that besides personal gain. So sadly, I hate to say it, it seems like the impression that I had about Boogie was wrong. I thought that he was a nice guy. He was just in a bad time in his life. I thought that maybe giving him some nice support or whatever would be nice. You know what I'm saying? But then, all of a sudden, when it benefits him, he decides to make me his mortal enemy. From what I'm to understand, on multiple times, he's talked shit about me. I don't know, because I don't watch any of the filth of that toxic stuff ever. I would never watch it. So I would never know what he said about me. But it's like, dude, I've never addressed this guy. I've never publicly really said much about him, besides the fact that we were talking about maybe doing a podcast together. Like, that was it. That was the only thing I ever really said about that guy. Yeah, apparently there's been entire episodes of the show where he and others are just slamming me about complete nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Not even like it's pertinent stuff. It's just the same old memes, the same old toxic shit that everyone regurgitates that is not true or pertinent at all. They just repeat the same memes like parrots, like sheep, because they have nothing else to say. They just say the same shit over and over, makes them feel good about themselves to try to bring someone else down, which is absolutely pathetic. It's what a bully does, right? So, yeah, I that's all I know about the situation. Now, you guys are saying, you've been telling me for days, oh, now, you know, he's apparently it's been revealed that he's lied about cancer and all kinds of shit. I don't know. All I can say is this. Someone like that, all right, it seems to me like someone like Boogie is someone who is destined to keep making the same mistakes. He never learns, right? So if there's already a track record history of him habitually lying for personal gain, he will probably continue to lie for personal gain forever, correct? Like, there's been no actual effort to change. If this guy knows that he is medically bad because of his health, then why doesn't he do things to change it and improve it? You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like he'll always be like that. So if that's the situation, and he lied about cancer and he lied about a million other things, I guess that's just who he is, and people either accept that or you move on. I don't even understand why people talk about it. Like, why? Here's the truth. If you actually feel that that person is like that, then why do you care, and why do you continue to talk about them or watch them? Just ignore them. If you know this is a person who all they do is habitually lie about everything to get over on everyone, then just ignore them, and they will fade away. They will disappear. Don't give them views. Don't give them attention. Just let them do their thing and fade into obscurity and then disappear from YouTube. Correct? Well, you know, because the truth is, if there's value there in what the content that the person makes, then people will still go back for the value they're finding. If there's no value, if the only value is they're a LOLCOW, we'll just ignore them. And then they will vanish, and you can focus on other positive things. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand why people care about this so much. How is this a big topic of debate? Oh, he might have lied about cancer. He might have lied about the scam about cryptocurrency or this or that. Who cares? You already know the guy's a habitual liar. You know that he turns on you on a whim for personal gain. How is this a story? Why are there people making videos that are getting millions of views about this topic? How is this even a topic? Who cares? I don't care. I don't give two fucks about this guy. He turned on me, said a bunch of nasty things about me when I was trying to be nothing but nice to him. My only interactions with him were nice things and trying to be on a podcast with him because he offered it. That was it. And then my hands were off. I was like, okay, whatever. Everything else is on his end. And literally is a track record of negative shit he said. So why would I give a hell about that? Listen, I'm busy, man. I don't got time to waste on that shit. I got my own stuff I'm doing. I got my own projects, my own content, my own family to deal with. I don't have to deal with someone else's nonsense. Fuck that. I don't have to waste my time on your drama. Get the fuck out of my life, you know? So, yeah. I don't understand. I don't even understand why this is a topic. I don't understand. If you already knew this is how the guy was, why did you even want him on a podcast to begin with? If you knew every word out of his mouth was going to be a lie, right? I don't know. It's like, oh, big news. Habitual bank robber has robbed a bank. Oh my God, front page news. No, they've robbed the bank 10 times before. Why is this a big drama thing right now? Like, why does anyone care? Why does anyone... Shocker, right? What are you talking about? I agree. The Dr. Disrespect drama coverage is different than Boogie drama. Here's why. The Dr. Disrespect story was shocking when it happened years ago, and we never had an answer for what happened between him and Twitch. When the answer came out, it was shocking because no one suspected that's actually what had happened behind the scenes. That's completely different than everyone else saying, well, Boogie's a liar, Boogie's a liar, Boogie's a liar, Boogie's a liar, Boogie's a liar. Yeah, we got that 7 times before. We didn't need to know. We don't have to talk about it again, right? So... it's different. It's definitely a different situation.
It's funny how at the end there he's describing Boogie about being a LOLCOW and just don't give him any attention, blah blah blah. And it sounds like he's describing himself. Funny how that is. Least self-aware person on the planet. And then we go to DSP versus the internet. It's always a dead show. It's either him in silence not reacting or him just going duh, 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 duh. And we have this from Phil Collins. It's a damn shame he never opened his dream restaurant.
You better let it burn off, because if you don't, it's going to taste like freaking lighter fluid.
Then he watched some copyrighted video. It got shut down. He had to redo the stream. Came back up, and then he started watching this video. So it's a guy wearing glasses, a hat, and a vest. And you see Phil's head in his hands. And he says, is he seriously dressing like that for a video? Yeah, dudes, like, did he already make $150, dude? Did he hit tier 3, dude? Then this is going to be a shock to you guys. Are you ready for this? Something that's going to blow your minds. You ready for this? DSP versus the internet was low supported. I know. It's unheard of. It's almost like every fucking week it's unsupported. But DSP now says it's the most unsupported stream in ages. I think you mean since last stream.
Okay. So folks, one thing, I want to stretch my legs. I'm going to get up for a minute and just walk around. But number two, this is the final part, so I hope that you guys have enjoyed. If you could support the stream, please do. As you can see, I don't know what happened today. These streams have actually done at least decently. We've hit the $50 goal pretty much every single week for months, and now for some reason today is the most undersupported React stream I've done in ages. I don't know what happened. Sucks. I hope that obviously that'll change, but last chance if you want to support the stream today, okay? You know, again, my goal was to hit 50 bucks in tips. That would help a lot. Let me just go ahead and stretch here. Derek, I'll see you tonight. Spawn Killer. I already read that. He was talking about Nerd Josh. Got it. I already read that out. Okay. Ow.
Then in a twist, we had a little bit of excitement on DSP Throwback, because typically the day stream is the exciting one, well, for Phil standards, and the night stream is pretty dead. Not tonight though, especially not for DSP Throwback. So before the stream, we get this put out by Jenna, Khet's sister. Does anyone know Khet or Phil's phone number? I'm trying to locate my mom, and I want to know if Khet has her number or email. And then it got escalated to a whole nother level. Jenna, doing a welfare check right now, can't wait to hear the results of cops at Phil's house, lol. So she sent the cops to Phil's house to check on Khet for a wellness check. And this was represented in Phil's reaction during the stream of Throwback, where he was kind of like not all there. He wasn't really reacting for Phil standards. He was biting his nails a lot, eyes glued at chat. It's almost like he was checked out, like his mind was elsewhere. Anyone in Renton, if you see this, go scope out Phil's house right now. I want to know how this welfare check is going. And then Jenna puts in the comments that she's worried about her sister. And then Jenna gives us an update. The cops gave my sister my number. We'll see if she hits me up, but I don't have my hopes up. And I believe after this, some people gave her the number to Khet's workplace, so that should be interesting. And then Jenna also said she left a voicemail untexted. Of course, she's talking about Phil. I'm going to email both his emails too. And then I put in, well, tonight's stream should be interesting, lol. And then Jenna pops up, where can I watch? Can you send me a link, please? So I sent her a link to Raw Phil. I'm sorry, I know Dark Dave and Raw Phil are owned by the same person, but I like going in raw. And then right before the stream starts, Phil's number keeps hanging up. I'm gonna blow up his phone during the stream and see what happens. And then Dark to the Flow puts this out where it shows that Jenna is actually in Raw Phil's chat. Then throughout the night, any mention of Jenna at all, doesn't matter what was said, immediately got deleted by Phil and his mods. And then Darksy with a great thought here. If there really was welfare check on Khet today, imagine if we got the body cam footage. The cops probably had to wade through knee-deep bags of styrofoam and cat litter. And then this is how the chat started off in DSP's chat. Romance BITWawesome, BITWawesome, Romance Catherine, I love Khet, Khet snorts, finger sniffs for BITWawesome. And then there's a person named Derek Loves Cat. And the very first thing Phil does in his pre-stream chat is he starts talking to a sock account that has the same name as the guy who shot Trump. And then DSP went on to say if he would have live streamed earlier in his career, he would have blown up and got bigger and bigger. Well, technically he physically got bigger and bigger after that. Then I put this out under that. He also claimed he wouldn't have been a joke if he started streaming earlier. That is right. He claimed there would be no "this is how you don't play" if he started streaming earlier. And then the Argentina brothers and sisters were out in full force tonight. First, we have Romance Horse Wow. And we also have someone called DSP stole his wife's PC. What a terrible husband. Then we have Whore Fat Cat sucking Tyrone pee-pee and eating cake. Speaking of DSP stole his wife's PC, he also put this comment out. Hey DSP, I was wondering what guide you're using to cheese the Elden Ring DLC. I'm struggling with the bosses myself. Would like to know what guides you are using for the OP builds. Thanks. Of course, after this, ban, gone forever. Then we also had Derek's favorite music note is A minor. We also had BITWawesome wants to bang Khet. And then we had member bomb from when did you last talk to Khet's mom? Another member bomb is Khet okay? Jenna is calling. Throughout the stream she kept trying to call him, but at the start of the stream something weird happened where Phil got up, said I have to do something before we start. He walked off camera. It's almost like he either blocked Jenna or just put his phone away, then came back and then started the stream. And guess what guys? The dense civil war is continuing between Slayer and Kirk. This is beautiful for me to watch because it's two people I hate fighting each other to the death. I hope they both kill each other. And then Okie Dokie, which is Kirk, has been banned by Slayer. And then Kirk said something about how, oh, go sit in your truck in Texas or something like that. And then remember all those sock accounts that talk about Tom Brady? And there's even one called Tom Brady Roast. Well, Kirk started tipping and asked if sock accounts and doing Tom Brady Roast is okay. So we now know who is doing all those accounts. And I remember earlier we were talking about DSP's mindset. So DSP thinks once you get to a certain level of audience, you stay there forever unless there's a scandal. This is why his mind is in the past and he spent all the money in the past. He figured it would always be at that level and always have that money. So what this means is, let's say DSP makes $10,000 in 1 month. In his mind, because he's reached that audience, that level, he's going to have $10,000 every single month. So he can spend as much money as he wants because it's always going to be replenished the next month. And that's why he bought all those statues. That's where his mindset's at. Is I can spend all the money I want. Everyone will give me money next month. So not only was Kirk on DSP's case, Jenna, Argentina, but it was also DERICH. And DSP decides to mock DERICH. Get ready for this hilarity.
DERICH keeps asking me, do I like the 720p quality of my camera? DERICH, no, it looks like shit. Are you seeing the same footage I am? It looks awful. This is one of the games where it just doesn't work. The game has way too much dark stuff in it, and the camera did not pick up light well. So it was absolutely positively terrible. It looked awful. I don't know why you're asking me that question. No, it looked bad.
He then went on to tell DERICH to open his eyes so he can see better. Then Jenna went on Twitter live stream where he started talking about her sister and Phil. This is courtesy of Duty Streams.
Oh, actually, I want to address something. I was just on the live stream that Phil is doing right now, and someone had commented that my sister works at Lucky Brand Jeans, and I can't find the phone number to that. Like, I don't know if it's at a mall or whatever. I typed in rent in Washington and it showed up as Seattle. So I don't know. I don't think she travels all the way to Seattle, does she? But if anyone knows, please DM me or at me if you know where my sister works at exactly, like what their phone number is, because I'm going to try to call her work. She has not called me. I'm very offended, but I'm still going to try. But I just wanted to show you guys that when I call Phil, you can see that. When I call,
your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
It goes straight to voicemail. But then, if I star 60, see underneath it? If I star 67 it, listen, it rings. So that means that he blocked me. Whoops.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice.
I left a voicemail before he blocked me saying who I am, that I'm trying to get a hold of Catherine, that I'm trying to get a hold of my mother because I don't have her phone number and I'm wondering if my sister has it. I went online and tried to look up my mom, and I actually paid for, you know how you can like pay to get someone's phone number off of like White Pages and those other websites that like have people's addresses. I paid like $6 to get my mom's phone number, but when I called the phone number belongs to someone else, so I can't get a hold of her. I haven't talked to her in like 2 years. I lost her number. And I'm trying to reconnect with my family right now. On my mom's side and on my dad's side. I'm even trying to locate my mom's sister. Last I checked, she was in Michigan, but yeah, I'm trying to reconnect with my family. And for those of you who are saying mean things about me, I really don't give a fuck. This isn't about me. It's about my sister. I genuinely do care about her, regardless of what I might have said about her being fat. I understand that was wrong, and I'm sorry for that. And I hope she didn't see any of that stuff. And it hurts my feelings that she's not calling me, but I'm not going to stop trying. And I really do care about her. So
that was happening with Jenna on Twitter. She came back. She didn't really say anything in Raw Phil's chat. However, this is how DSP ended his night on DSP Throwback.
Guy that was sniping. Yep. Oh no! You fucking assholes. They purposely put that there. It looks like you can land on it perfectly, and as soon as I go to do it, the game clips. It does a clipping motion with the hitboxes and puts me right in the fucking pit. Unbelievable. See, that's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking. Miyazaki's response. Gonna walk on it. He's gonna try it.
I fucking got him.
Oh my god, these fucking guys, man. There's a wild dev team, man.
What a wild day that was. Now take everything with Jenna with a grain of salt, because we didn't actually see any evidence, but I do believe her. By Phil's reaction at the start of the stream, his head was somewhere else, so I believe something happened there. But if there's any updates, I'll let you guys know. Don't forget to click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe my other channels on the details of the end cards. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.